Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start.
Good afternoon, sir.
Remember, we have been learning chapter 5 primary activities. So, yesterday we have discussed about hunting and gathering. Today we shall learn about pastoralism. Now I shall share my screen. So, pastoralism. Do you know what is pastoralism? Yes, can any one of you tell me what pastoralism is?
A form of animal husbandry.
Okay, very good. So, pastoralism means animal husbandry or herding or rearing of animals on the natural grasslands or planted ones. Okay, actually, I cannot accept these boys. What is their problem? Okay, let us continue. Uh, See, at some stage in history, with the realization that hunting is an unsustainable activity, human beings might have thought of domestication of animals. Okay, or say we could not rely on the hunting only because this is an uncertain activity. So we may go out for hunting and we may not get the animal also. So this is an unsustainable activity. So because of that, human beings might have thought of domestication of animals. People living in different climatic conditions selected and domesticated animals found in those regions. Depending on the geographical factors and technological development, animal rearing today is practiced either at the subsistence level or at the commercial level. Okay, so people living in different climatic conditions, maybe hot or cold conditions. Okay, so people selected animals for domestication and practice this nomadic herding or any other type of this herding of animals. So people practice pastoralism either for subsistence. Do you know the meaning of subsistence? Do you know the meaning of subsistence? Subsistence, mainly for consumption, okay, mainly for eating. So people practice pastoralism for consumption or for selling for commercial purposes. So here we have two types of pastoralism. The first one is nomadic herding, another one is commercial livestock rearing. Now let us start. Let us read about nomadic herding and try to find out the important features. Okay, so nomadic herding or pastoral nomadism is a primitive subsistence activity. Okay, nomadic herding, or also known as pastoral nomadism, is a primitive subsistence activity. Nomadic, movement of people from one place to another. Okay, maybe in search of grassland and water. So people moving from one place to another are called nomads. And nomadic herding, so in this type of activity we don't find permanent settlements. So the herders move from one place to another in search of grassland and water, and hence also known as pastoral nomadism. So this is a primitive subsistence activity. Subsistence, as I have mentioned you earlier, okay, mainly for sustenance of the family, in which the herders rely on animals for food, clothing, shelter, tools, and transport. Okay, the herders depend on the animals for food, clothing, shelter, for tools, and transport. And they move from one place to another along with their livestock, depending on the amount and the quality of pastures and water. Okay, pasture here means grasslands. Each nomadic community occupies a well-defined territory as a matter of tradition. Okay, so these are the important features mentioned here uh, about nomadic herding. The first feature is that this is a primitive subsistence activity. Another important feature is that they move from one place to another, okay, depending on the amount and the quality of pastures and water. And the east nomadic community occupies a well-defined territory, so they have their own boundaries. Okay, and this figure number 5.3 shows an okay a photograph. So it depicts nomadic herding. Okay, nomads taking their sheep up to the mountains at the onset of summer, migrating, okay, seasonal migration, which we'll be learning later on. A wide variety of animals is kept in different regions. Another important feature is that in case of nomadic herding, a wide variety of animals, different kinds of animals, okay, is kept in different regions of the world. For example, in tropical Africa, cattle are the most important livestock. Then in Sahara and Asiatic deserts, sheep, goats, and camel are reared. In the mountainous areas of Tibet and Andes, okay, Andes mountain ranges in South America. So in this mountainous area, yak and llamas are reared, and in the Arctic and the subarctic areas, reindeer are the most important animals. So in this way, a wide variety of animals, okay, are reared in different regions. So have you ever seen yak llamas? See, I will show you some photographs. So this photograph shows a yak. Okay, yak. So this is yak on the Annapurna Range in Nepal. Okay, and so this is another photograph showing yak in the Himalayas. Okay, then llama actually see. So this is a photograph showing llama. Okay, black llama, domesticated one. And so I think reindeer on the next page also you'll find photographs of reindeer. So this is a photograph showing reindeer are reared in the Arctic and subarctic regions. Okay, so these are the different animals reared by the nomadic herders. Are you clear? Any question, boys and girls?
No question.
Okay, let us continue. Pastoral nomadism is associated with three important reasons. Okay, where are pastoral nomadism uh, practice? So normally associated with three important reasons across the world. The core reason extends from Atlantic shores of North Africa eastward across the Arabian Peninsula into Mongolia and central China. So this is the core reason, the most important reason. The second reason extends over the tundra region of Eurasia. Okay, so this is the second reason, tundra region of Eurasia in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere there are small areas in southwest Africa and on the island of Madagascar. So figure number 5.4 shows the same. And so here this map shows the areas of nomadic herding. Okay, just see here the first one, the core region is here. Okay, the vast area from the Atlantic shores here, Atlantic Ocean is here from the Atlantic shores, that is northern Africa, Sahara Desert, then Arabian Peninsula, and Mongolia, and central China. So this is the core region. And the next region is here, tundra region of Eurasia, tundra region of Russia. Okay, so in the southern hemisphere we have southwest Africa here, and this is the island of Madagascar. So these are the areas where nomadic herding is practiced. Okay, so let us continue. The movement in search of pasture is undertaken either over vast horizontal distances or vertically from one elevation to another. So the movement of herders in search of grassland is undertaken either over the vast horizontal distances or vertically from one elevation to another in the mountainous regions. Okay, the process of a migration from plain areas to pastures on the mountains during summers and again from mountain pasture to plain areas during winter is known as transhumance. Okay, so this is vertical migration, that is vertically from one elevation to another. This is known as transhumance. Okay, so let me tell you here. So let us say in a mountainous area. So this is a mountainous area. So here we know that mountain tops, it is covered with snow in winter, and that is why the herders, the nomadic herders will get down, okay, down the slope of the mountain, and will graze their animals here on the plain areas. They will graze their animals in the plain areas. So this is in winter season. Okay, in winter season, the nomadic herders will climb down the slope of the mountain, okay, and will graze the animals in the plain areas. And again in summer, these glaciers and the snow, okay, will be melted, and hence the nomadic herders will climb up the mountain and will graze the animals here on the slope of the mountain. So this is during the summer season. Okay, during the summer season, the nomadic herders will climb up the mountain and will graze the animals. So such type of seasonal migration of nomadic herders in search of uh, grassland is known as what? Trans transhumans. Okay, this is known as transhumans. So this is vertical movement. Okay, this is a vertical movement of the nomadic herders as mentioned here, vertically from one elevation to another. Remember, okay, the process of migration from plain areas to pastures on the mountains during summer, and again from mountain pastures to plain areas during winter, is known as transhumance. So we examples, okay, in the mountain regions such as Himalayas, Gujars, Bakalwars, Gadis, and Bhotias migrate from plains to the mountains in summers, and to the plains from the high altitude pastures in the winter. That means Gujars, Bakarwals, Gadis, and Bhotias practice transhumance. Okay. Similarly, in the tundra region, the nomadic herders move from south to north in summers, and from this north to south in winters. So this is about horizontal movement of the herders, as you see here. So for the horizontal one, so what is mentioned? In summer, the herders will move to the north, okay, and in winter, the herders will move to the south. Okay, in this way, the movement can be horizontal. Okay, so this is practiced in the tundra region of Eurasia, that is Russia. The number of pastoral nomads has been decreasing, okay, and areas operated by them shrinking. Actually, the number of nomadic herders, the population of nomadic herders has been decreasing, and the areas, their territories, okay, has been shrinking, means declining. So this may be due to two reasons given here. Number one, imposition of political boundaries by the government. Okay, the government may impose these boundaries to the nomadic herders. And another one is that new settlement plans by different countries. We know that nomadic herders are okay, seasonal migrants. So the government may plan for the permanent settlements after planning a after constructing a village. Okay, what we call villageization. So these are the two reasons for the for decline in the number, okay, of the nomadic herders and the areas operated by them. So this is about nomadic herding. Any question up to here, boys and girls?
No, sir.
Okay, then next we have commercial livestock rearing, another type of pastoralism. Okay, so let us find out the important features. Unlike nomadic herding, commercial livestock rearing is more organized and capital intensive. Okay, so unlike nomadic herding, commercial livestock rearing is well organized and capital intensive. Okay, so a lot of investment is there in this case. And another important feature is that commercial livestock ranching is essentially associated with Western cultures and is practiced on permanent ranches. Okay, so commercial livestock rearing is also known as livestock ranching, and it is associated with the Western world, with the Western cultures, and it is practiced on the permanent ranches. You know, range is a very big okay, farmland where the grasses are grown or uh, planted, okay, naturally, sorry, artificially. And these ranches cover large areas and are divided into a number of parcels, which were fenced to regulate grazing. Okay, so you know, size of a range in USA, for example, maybe around 2,000 hectares. Okay, whereas in maybe around 600 hectares in New Zealand. Okay, so size of the range is very big. Okay, and the ranges can be divided into a number of parcels, and the parcels are fenced to regulate grazing, as you see here. So for example, here this is a very big range. Okay, this is a very big range, and so these range may be divided into a number of parcels by the ranger. Okay, and so this is a parcel, and this will be fenced. Okay, this will be fenced using barbed wire or any other, and all the animals will be allowed to graze here. And when this parcel is finished, then they will shift the animals to this parcel again. In this way, after one parcel, okay, after having grazed the parcel, then it will be shifted, all the animals will be shifted to the another parcel to regulate the grazing. Okay, when the grass of one parcel is grazed, animals are moved to another parcel. Okay, the number of animals in a pasture is capped according to the carrying capacity of the pasture. So according to the size of the pasture, the number of animals are capped. So this is another important feature. So here we have some photographs showing this livestock ranching. So this is a photograph showing this livestock ranching. I think you may be seeing fences here. Okay, barbed wires and the fencing is here. I think you may be seeing, and cattle are grazing here. And another photograph also there. So this is another photograph of ranching. I think here also you'll find this fencing. Okay, and one more, actually here we don't see any fencing. Okay, it is seen from Mexico. Okay, and so another important feature is that this commercial livestock rearing is a okay, is a specialized activity in which only one type of animal is reared. So in case of nomadic herding, we found that a wide variety of animals is kept, whereas in the case of this livestock ranching, okay, only one type of animal is reared. Important animals include, okay, sheep, cattle, goat, and horses. So these are the important animals reared, and the products such as meat, wool, hide, and skin are processed and packed scientifically and exported to different world markets. Actually, as the name indicates, okay, uh, the people are rearing the animals mainly for commercial purposes, mainly for selling. Okay, see here, the products meat, wool, hide, skin are processed and packed scientifically and exported to the different world markets. This is another important feature. Then rearing animals in the ranching is organized on the scientific basis. Okay, and the main emphasis is on breeding, genetic improvement, disease control and health care of the animals, and this is absent in the case of nomadic herding. Okay, so in the case of commercial livestock rearing, emphasis is uh, given on breeding of the animals. Okay, breeding of the animals, breeding of new variety of animals, then genetic improvement is done, disease control, then hair care of animals. All these are done in the case of commercial livestock rearing. That means the rearing animals is done on scientific basis. Okay, so here this figure number 5.5 shows a scene of commercial livestock rearing in Alaska, USA. Okay, here I think you may be seeing reindeers. Okay, and you may be seeing fencing also. And about the areas, okay, about the areas, New Zealand, then Australia, Argentina, Uruguay, and the United States of America are important countries where commercial livestock rearing is practiced, and the figure 5.6 depicts the same. So now let us examine this map. So see here, this map uh, shows areas of commercial livestock rearing, and here we have this United States of America in North American continent, and in South America we have Uruguay and Argentina. Okay, and here we have New Zealand. New Zealand is here. Okay, in these areas we find this commercial livestock rearing done. Okay, so these are the areas where commercial livestock rearing is practiced. Now, let us find out the differences between the nomadic herding and commercial livestock rearing. Okay, let us find out the differences between the nomadic herding here, between nomadic herding and commercial livestock rearing. So the first important point of distinction is that nomadic herding is a primitive subsistence activity. Okay, while commercial livestock rearing is more organized and capital intensive. Then another point of difference is that in nomadic herding, okay, nomads rely on animals for food, clothing, and shelter, whereas in case of commercial livestock rearing, it is associated with a Western culture. Okay, then another point is that nomadic herders move from one place to another in search of food and water, in search of grassland and water. And whereas commercial livestock rearing cover large area where they rear cattle permanently. That means commercial livestock rearing is done in the ranches. Okay, permanent these grasslands. Okay, and another point is that in nomadism, that is nomadic herding, a wide variety of cattle are reared, but in commercial grazing it is a specialized activity and only one type of animal is reared. Okay, see here, commercial grazing is a specialized activity with one type of animal. And the last but not the least point of difference is that pastoral nomadism is undertaken on horizontal movements. Okay, on vast horizontal movements. Sometimes vertical movements are also there, but commercial grazing is stable, permanent. Okay, and run on scientific basis. So these are the points of differences between nomadic herding and commercial livestock rearing. Okay, these points are very important because this question is frequently asked in the exams. So any question, boys and girls? Are you clear? Any question, boys and girls?
No, sir.
Okay, then let us stop here for today. Thank you very much for joining my class. Don't forget to say in your name what you do.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, my pleasure.